Hello, and welcome back for another episode of My Damn Opinion. This episode is a follow-up to one of my previous videos, how I would start the DCEU. So, if you haven't already seen that one, give it a watch. I'll link it in the description. If you like this video, don't forget to hit that like button, and if you haven't already, click that subscribe for more content like this. With the ending of my Justice League film, we set up future solo films, and continuing from where that left off, let's jump right into how I would do a solo Superman film. So taking place after the events of Justice League, Superman has begun developing a cult following with people seeing him as a god among men. Introduce John Corbin, a disgruntled news reporter and former lover of Lois Lane. His career began to take a dive after Superman grew up in popularity and Lois kept reporting on him, climbing up the ladder at the Daily Planet. This caused Corbin to grow a hatred for Superman and break up with Lois. Like Jake Gyllenhaal's character from Nightcrawler, he begins staging scenes and committing crimes to self-report on to try and rebuild his lost career. After his latest stunt fails, mostly due to Superman showing up, John Corbin is crushed and left mortally wounded. Elsewhere, Lex Luthor has developed an unknown disease and is now a shell of his former self, this brilliant scientist, entrepreneur, philanthropist. The cause of his disease is of alien nature, having similarities to the effects from kryptonite, which causes a growth of hatred towards Superman. Unknown to anyone except Lex, Brainiac's head still functions and communicates with Lex, manipulating him to his own will. Brainiac convinces Lex he needs Superman's body to do research to create a cure for his disease and points him in the direction of John Corbin, and has Dr. Emma Vale save him using her advanced cybernetics to bring John Corbin back to life. Clark never wanted to be idolized as a god, and as Superman deals with the fame of being held up on such a high pedestal. Clark just wants to do the right thing in honor of its Earth father, Jonathan Kent. As Clark, he begins developing a relationship with Lois Lane, struggling with living a dual life as the Man of Steel and ordinary man Clark Kent. He is consistently bailing on Lois because of his self-appointed civil duty as Superman. When John Corbin first strikes, Clark once again leaves Lois hanging high and dry when she is in need of a photographer. Not something Clark normally does, but he wanted to help Lois. Superman shows up and fights John Corbin, with the fight being photographed by Jimmy Olsen, with the Daily Planet dubbing Corbin as Metallo. Superman defeats Metallo, who barely escapes his fight with Superman. Lex and Brainiac have Emma Vale upgrade Metallo. After getting their hands on some kryptonite, she upgrades him by giving him a heart made out of the kryptonite. So Lois is pissed off with Clark as he promised to be her photographer for a piece she is writing. She convinces Perry White to hire freelancer Jimmy Olsen. A now upgraded Metallo resurfaces, showing up the Daily Planet looking for Lois Lane, as she always reports on Superman. Unaware of the kryptonite embedded in Metallo, Clark stands up to Metallo, who beats Clark mercilessly and kidnaps Lois, knowing Superman will come to her rescue. Jimmy tries to help Clark, wanting to take him to the hospital for his wounds, but Clark reveals to Jimmy that he is Superman and he needs to bathe in a yellow sun. After Clark rejuvenates, he tells Jimmy he needs his help in saving Lois. Jimmy agrees to help. Lois tries to reach out to Metallo's human side, and he reveals how she helped create the monster he is when Superman finally arrives. Before Supes can do anything, Metallo charges himself with kryptonite and exposes his chest, secreting kryptonite radiation. Metallo and Superman begin fighting, with Superman slowing down due to his exposure to the kryptonite gas. Metallo rants on how Superman thinks he's better than everyone with his god status and powers as he beats him senseless. Superman manages to break off from Metallo, revealing his own uncertainty of his powers and his status as a god. Superman tells Metallo, with Lois in the room, that they aren't that different, and that his real name is Clark Kent, a farm boy from Smallville, and tries to reach out to Metallo's humanity, trying to talk to John Corbin, not Metallo, as the kryptonite radiation continues to affect Clark. While distracted, Lois, with Jimmy's help, manages to break the kryptonite in Metallo's chest. Maybe they shoot it or something, I haven't quite worked out all the kinks. Allowing Clark the chance to subdue the villain. Superman will say something along the lines of, "I'm just a man, like you, burdened with power. The difference between you and me, I choose to help others. It's the only thing I know that makes sense." So then afterwards, Lois forgives Clark and the two continue their relationship. In the post-credit scene, Lex's illness progresses and Brainiac tells him that the technology that created Metallo, mixed with his own technology, can save him. Dr. Emma Vale is burdened with guilt over the chaos caused by Metallo and becomes a prisoner of Lex, who tells her, "We are not done here, Doctor? And that's how I would do a solo Superman film in my own version of the DC Cinematic Universe. If you watch the first one, link in the description, and will be at the end of this video, you'll remember the Lex Brainiac hybrid I teased. Don't worry, I planned on that story beat to pay off, but why jump right into it when we can have some fun developing the characters in universe more? I really want to do something more than just Superman fighting an indestructible villain and eventually winning. I want to go with the weight it carries being a god among men, and having the human side of Clark being what solves the conflict in the end, not his powers. Both the hero and villain have the same inner conflict of what it means to be human versus what it means to be a god. Corbin hates Superman for being a god and projects his own values on him, thinking he thrives on being one, while Clark struggles with the new fame and not wanting to be idolized as this god figure. I want to try and avoid the damsel in distress cliche with Lois as well. She's not helpless, and having her save Superman seems like a great way to show that she's not just a damsel in distress, but very capable on her own. I think tonally I would look for a blend of Iron Man 3, where it has those darker elements, while still having a lighter side. I would lean more to the darker side than Iron Man 3 did, but still not Snyder dark. In The Dark Knight Rises, where it's serious but also has a lot of comic booky elements. But that's just my damn opinion on how I would do a solo Superman film in my version of the DCEU. Let me know in the comments your thoughts on my Superman film, what you would like to see in a Superman movie, or really anything DC related. And if you enjoyed this video, please hit that like button and subscribe for more opinions no one asked for. Thanks for watching, and I'll see you in the next one.